How's it going? Paul Corral here, and today I am going to simplify cardiovascular training for you, okay? First, let's get the obvious thing out of the way. I do not recommend steady state cardio unless, of course, you are an endurance athlete. Doing steady state cardio on machines or classes or going outside and just kind of doing this boring thing for half hour is pretty much a complete waste of time. Not to mention, it's going to screw your joints up and start leading to cumulative stress injuries due to the ridiculous amount of repetitive motion. I can't tell you how many people have told me, oh, I used to run, but now I have compressed discs, or I freaking slammed my knees into dust putting in all those miles, right? It's just not healthy. And on top of that, it's not very effective. If you start running tomorrow and you start losing weight, well, it's simply because you went from doing nothing to doing something, right? But you're gonna notice that in just a few short weeks, the results stop coming. And then what's the solution? Do more cardio, start slamming those joints for even longer, for thousands and thousands of repetitions, for hours and hours out of your week? No. The type of cardiovascular training you wanna be doing is going to be short duration, higher intensity interval style training. Couple different ways you can manage this, right? There's longer intervals, there's shorter intervals. I suggest mixing it up just for fun, right? And you can do this any number of ways. You can do this with hill sprinting. You can do this with a series of bodyweight calisthenics, kettlebells, anything that allows you to produce maximal effort for short periods of time, elevate that heart rate, and then let yourself recover for a short time, and then go right back at it. That's basically what an interval is, right? High intensity, short recovery. High intensity, short recovery. I like to do it two ways. I like to go very short, intense bursts, as in a sprint, say 30 seconds or so, 20 to 30 seconds, followed by 1 to 2 minutes of recovery time, right? Or the longer and more challenging intervals that I like to use for circuit style training in the gym, maybe using bodyweight kettlebell and medicine ball type movements, is you can do 4 to 6 exercises in a row, right? 4 to 6 minutes of intense activity, followed by 4 to 6 minutes of recovery, right? And you can bounce back and forth between those short circuits and that short recovery time for 4 to 6 times, right? So just remember that, 4 to 6 minutes on, 4 to 6 minutes off, 4 to 6 rounds or times through, and you'll have one hell of a cardiovascular stimulus that's not only going to mobilize fat a whole lot faster, right, allowing you to really reach the ultimate goal of really liking what you see in the mirror, but it's going to raise that VO max. So if you want that knockdown, drag out stamina you're going to feel when you go outside and play recreational sports, whether it's going for a surf, a paddle, a ride, climbing, hiking, whatever it is, you're going to feel that carryover. Your heart and lungs are going to be ready for just about anything you throw at them, okay? So there it is. Short duration, high intensity, interval style training. That's what you want to do for cardio. Steady state cardio, if you like to go take long hikes or long rides on the weekend, by all means go for it. Just don't make it a mainstay, because again, it's going to create diminishing returns and leads to a lot of aches, pains, and injuries through cumulative stress over time. Hope that was helpful. See you in the next video.